What's up, you guys? Uniqueness here with another uniqueness video for you. And I'm just sitting in the car, like it's raining. I love rainy days because literally, I don't know, they feel like a cleansing, anew to me, or some crap like that. And it's not really crap, but it's what it is. Like, it feels like a good day and like a restart, like a free refresh, so to speak. And I love them. But anyway, this is gonna be probably one of those, like, I don't know if necessarily a cerebral flex, but it's just gonna be like a mini note here, mini note on if this resonates with you. Like, when I was younger, I drank, I smoked trees, and like I went through, you know what I mean? I went through those stages and phases of my life, and then I got to a point where I didn't do it anymore because I just couldn't. Like, I literally, my hangovers would last for like days, and it was just like too much for me. So when these things started to happen, like, my conscious level definitely rose. Like, it was way higher than it ever was before, and it stayed like that. So, like, I can't drink, I can't smoke, I don't do any kind of anything. I don't even eat meat anymore. Like, I'm a vegan. I can definitely do a video on that in a later note, but like, yeah, all these things for my body, I just can't handle it. And I feel like when you're at a conscious level of awakening and awareness, like, you're literally up here, so to speak. And then when you're putting these things that are of lower vibration into your mix of your frequency, they don't mix well like this. Like, you're up here, they're down here. What's that going to do? It's going to bring you down to a lower frequency and vibration. And it makes you feel like crap. Like, it literally makes you feel like crap. If I can get a hangover from just being around a certain form of energy, it's like, I call them like energy hangovers, to where I feel like messed up or like totally drained for like a day. Sometimes they last 3 days. 3 days is like super crucial, but it's happened before. And when those situations occur, I'm just like, oh my God. And I didn't even drink anything, I didn't smoke anything, I can't do some of those things. So I definitely work on more of my self-protection around other energies, because the more I pick up on things, the greater I'm either going to feel really good or really bad. And I want that like middle marker of a normalcy, the normalcy line. I don't want to be like way down here. Up here is cool, but then you crash eventually and you're like, oh, why can't I just get back up here? So that middle line of normalcy is what I try to reach for. And it's not always easy. It isn't. But trying to make sure that I keep a balance of taking care of self, like my mental, my physical, and my soul, is so important. They all go together. Like, all go together, mind, body, soul. And yeah, so my question is, are you at a vibrational frequency of, you understand what I'm saying? And if you do, you are probably watching this video. If not, you're not going to be, because it's not going to resonate, because we only resonate with those that are in our vibrational frequency range. If we're not on the same range, we're not on the same level, you're not going to be watching this video. Or you might be, and then you'd be like watching someone and be like, I don't know what the heck she's talking about, bye, and click out. It's totally fine. Do what you need to do. I'm just trying to share my story, share my experiences, and hopefully help others. That's my goal. Anyway, and B, semi losing my train of thought here. Oh, if you feel like that, have you tried to drink again, smoke again, do whatever it is again, even eat meat again if you're vegan and you're just like, because sometimes I will literally be craving like protein, and like my grandmother, she's not a vegetarian or she's not vegan, and she does still eat meat and everything, and sometimes it'll smell like so good to me, but I know if I eat one bite, like my stomach is gonna be freaked up for like days, and I'm gonna feel awful because it's like it messes with my digestive system, but then also like my spiritual essence system, if you want to call it that, and it just disaligns everything, and it throws it all out of whack, and it's ridiculous. So I don't fucks with the meat no more. I just don't. Sometimes even me drinking coffee, like I got my Starbucks. I tried a new one today. Strawberry venti frappuccino with half the amount of strawberry syrup, coconut milk, of course, and then 2 avocado shots on top, even though everything is like sunk to the bottom and it looks kind of gross, but it's pretty bang, and it's like a twisted version of like a chocolate covered strawberry. It's pretty good. No chocolate in here, by the way. But anyway, yeah. So, A, you want to be watching this video if you weren't resonating, so that's a check. B, how have you felt if you've like caved in on your self or soul commitments? You're like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to drink anymore. And then you do really well, and then something happens, you slip up and you drink. Or you just think, hey, you know what? I can just have one at school. I'm socializing with like my people that I haven't seen forever, and they're on this vibrational level, even though I'm up here, but I'm like, you know, I miss them, so I want to come down a bit. They're not going to raise up to you, just so you know. They are not going to raise up to you. If they are here and they're drinking on a daily or whatever it may be, they're going to stay right here. And you're going to be up here, and you know the only way for you to meet that middle is what? If you come down. You come down to them. And then guess what? You're going to be on that level and that vibration, even though your conscious, your psyche is up here, like, no, what are you doing? Don't do that. But like your heart maybe be tugging and like, I miss them. I want to chill. I want to socialize. You can always chill and socialize. And like me, I drink a freaking pineapple juice and I'm straight Gucci. Like, I don't need alcohol or smoke anything like that. I don't need nothing like that, and I'm good. Like, wherever I am good. Sometimes in school my anxiety is like going crazy, but that's more of my awakening process that I'm going through. And then I've also been watching some more documentaries, and it's funny because it's like links back up. Like, when you're meant to be at a certain vibrational frequency and you're meant to understand things and grow, that jaunt is going to be slapping you in the face, like left and right, and you're going to understand, and you're going to wake up sooner or later, because everything's going to start synchronizing and it's going to hit you. But the Kundalini experience, like, I feel like that's kind of where I am. I felt like I had one before. Yesterday was really crazy because my whole entire body was just aching, and my daughter goes to therapy and everything, and sitting in an office or like lobby for different individuals who are going through trauma, like they're there to heal trauma. Like, I applaud you. That's where you should be. But for me, when I'm sitting in the lobby, I am literally feeling so nauseous. Like, I'm gonna just puke everywhere. Like, my whole body's hurting. I'm trying to like stretch and like do some, like, this feels so good, by the way. Like, stretch out, because when I stretch, I'm like moving around all of that energy inside, and that's what makes me feel not so much like I'm gonna vomit. Like, it helps me to move the energy and to keep it flowing, because that's basically what Kundalini is. It's your inner, they use the term serpent because it's like a coiled up like ball of energy at the base of your spine, and it awakens when your soul wants it to awaken. Like, you can trigger it, different things can happen. You can have an NDE that triggers it. Like, there's so many different things. Everyone's individual, everyone is personal about it, like their own personal experience, and it just like trips me out how much it like, it's legit. It's legit, and it can take sometimes just an instant, and it's like, you know what? it's happening, or it can take up to a few years to fully occur. So I feel like that's kind of where I am within the past couple of years. Like, I've had different tons of different shifts going on. We all have different shifts going on because that's the world we live in. We're always shifting, we're always growing, we're always learning, understanding. When you think you're not, that's an issue, because then you're like stuck. But definitely not stuck, definitely still learning and getting thrown things left and right. This full moon that we just had over the weekend, when was it? It was, dang, the 15th or 16th. I think it was the 15th. And yeah, like, that really threw me for a loop. Like, even my grandparents were like, oh, I feel dizzy, like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm just like, okay, well, hold on to railings, because that's basically what's going on. Like, we're having a whole shift, a conscious shift in our global structure of the collective. Like, our conscious collective is everyone here on earth. Whether you want to understand, you are connected to your neighbor down the street and the shopkeeper guy on the left at the bodega. Like, we are all connected, whether you want to know it or not. We're all connected. We're all in a collective consciousness, and we are all giving to each other the vibrational frequency lifting us up. And it's the ones who are awake, like myself, you, if you're watching this, you're awake or you're waking up, you're in the process, and it's all coming together. Time keeps feeling like it's speeding up, because it is. Like, time is not legit. We as humans, we make time, and we're not like truly humans. We're spiritual beings, infinite spiritual beings living a human bodied experience. Like, this is an experience. So everything you go through is a learning curve. Good, bad, happy, sad, ugly, beautiful. Like, you're supposed to be going through it, because it opens up your doors, opens up so many doors. And it's like, I had to take a step back after this full moon and this shift, because it's like, yeah, I want to be like way up here, because that's how I feel like I resonate. But you know what? I haven't gone through this, that, and the third. And until I do, I'm not going to understand. Or this could already been like thrown in my face, you know. But if I don't get through this, that, and the third, once that mini gap right here between this mini gap, like, I have to get through that to be able to accept and appreciate the top level up here. Because otherwise, I'll be there and I won't understand what's happening. Like they say, like what you're seeking is right in front of your face. It's no lie. It literally is right in front of your face. Like, maybe your true love or whatever, anything like that, it's right in front of your face. It's right beneath your eyes. Like, no freaking, yeah, like, it's right here, right in front of you. And that is why you're blinded. Like, you're blinded by the light. Like, yeah, if you're not awake, you're not going to see it. If you're not aware, you're not going to be paying attention. It's going to go right over your head. And it's just crazy how that happens, even to me. And it's funny, because the more I step back out of like my reality and I just kind of look at it as a different perspective, almost like I'm over here functioning like this is me, and I'm back here like checking myself. Okay, you're doing this. Oh, okay, maybe she shouldn't do that. Da da da. Like, that's what you need to do on a daily note. At least daily. You should do it daily, if not every other day. Once a freaking week is like stretching it. Like, daily is what you should be doing, because it's those easy little things that make slip-ups happen, and then it trickles down the road, like it trickles down the line. And I'm slightly off the topic of what I started this video of, but at the same time, I guess we're going to flow with awareness, because this is where I'm channeling to. So this is a video on awareness and awakening, because it's interesting. My oldest son, he is great kid, great heart, like such a great, beautiful soul, wonderful soul, and he is starting to finally really go through a mini awakening, and it makes me so happy, because he's like asking me these questions like, Mom, why is this like this and this like this, but this is like this, and da 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 da, and I'm just like, yes, woo, like my child is on board, so freaking happy. And over the weekend, my eldest daughter and I, we went to a salt float. I'll have to put the name in the description box below because I can never pronounce them correctly. I always want to say Hyatt Float, but I don't believe that's how it's pronounced. But they're out in Philly because I'm in PA, and it's amazing. It's like a deprivation tank, and you literally go in. It's like only filled, I can't even like fully show you. It's like only filled maybe like three feet of water, not even, okay? And it's filled with over 13,000 pounds of salt. So if you want to envision like the Dead Sea, the salt, okay? And you basically go in and you float. Like you shower before briefly to get everything off of you. Then you go in and you just lay there, and they have music you can listen to. Another thing it's semi-like, if you think of Stranger Things, Deprivation Tank 11 goes into how they even make it in the pool, in one of the first couple of seasons in the pool, and she's just laying there, and they have, I don't think they use ice. I feel like they do use salt and water, basically, but it's like she's floating, and I know it's like a baby pool, but like it's kind of like, so you get the gist of it, but it's amazing, and like you just zone out, and it's like you're in a different reality. Like you're here, yes, or dimension, excuse me, you're in a different dimension, and there's different dimensions all around us all the time that we can't see. Cats, dogs, animals, you know, they see different colors, different auras, different dimensions, different spirits, everything. Some people can see them. If you're clairvoyant, I am clairsentient, so I feel other beings around me, as well as being an empath. But it all like comes together, and it links together, and it's freaking amazing and insane. And for my daughter to get that experience, yes, it did take her almost half the time. It felt like it's like a 90-minute, but it feels like it's a longer time than it actually is, which is good, because it's what your soul needs to like decompress from like our reality, and like just let your mental semi be at peace. And it's like, it's also a healing thing. So like you go through trauma, the different thoughts and images that go through your mind is insane. And this is probably either my, I want to say third or fourth, no, this is probably my fourth or fifth float. I believe my fourth. But it's amazing how you feel. And this time when I'm laying there, I'm trying to like explain to my daughter like what you do and everything. And it's good if you don't really eat a heavy meal beforehand. You want to make sure you get enough sleep. You don't drink or do any kind of substances beforehand. And you just want to like basically be as like healthy and clean as you can, and well rested, all of that, because like if you are hungry, you're gonna hear your stomach. And like for me, I had like a nice big protein smoothie in the morning, but I had it at like 8 or 9. Our float wasn't until 1:30 in the afternoon. Like I definitely should have ate before then, but I thought, no, the smoothie's good, you know, da-da-da. But then by the time we're in the float, and it's so like energy, it's a lot of energy. Like after, I'm always starving and I need to eat, and then I'm very aware and awake to things. But during, when I was in the float, like I'm laying there and they have like a neck thing on you. Well, you can put the neck thing so like your neck, your head is back and rested. This should probably be a separate video, but just trying to sum it up, I was seeing auras, like different colors, like the blue, slate blue, but the red, purple, pink. Like I kept thinking about love and like trying to spread that in the room, because I didn't want my daughter to be freaking out, but she was totally fine. And like I said, halfway through, she was finally calm and relaxed, so it was awesome. And then I had to wake her up because she like was not coming to, because they'll like turn the lights on and kind of like increase the music to kind of like bring you back into your body, your reality and everything. And she was just gone. I'm like, Aaliyah, like trying to wake her up, and I didn't want to freak her out, because like sometimes when your astral body is like wherever, and like your physical, like, you know what I mean, you get that sensation of like the witch on your back type. But like I was right there, so I was trying to just bring her back without like freaking her out. But she did, she finally came back, and then we grabbed food and everything, and it was just awesome. But ever since then, she's way more awake and aware, and I love it so much. But it's like, also with that being awake and aware, she's also going through a mini awakening process. But it's like, we were grubbing afterwards, and we're sitting at the table, and she's like, Mom, she's like, those people, they're talking about me. I'm like, no, they're not. What are you talking about? She's like, no, they mentioned something about my hoodie. And like, she was wearing one of my hoodies. And I'm like, honey, it's because it's custom made. They've never seen one like that. They just like it. Like, it's okay. But she was feeling that insecure feeling, that anxiety, because everything is more awake now, which increases your anxiety, because your ego basically is starting to die. And it trips me out. Like, a documentary I watched just the other day, I think yesterday or the day before, like, explaining what the awakening process is. It's basically like the death of the ego, because all these things that you have grown up with, your conditioning, your heritage, whatever it is, everything you've known in this box, okay, is basically being blown up, torn to shreds. It's gone. It's not there anymore. Excuse me. Because you're starting to see anew, like, you're awakening. Like, if you think of like a caterpillar in the chrysalis, like becoming the butterfly, you're like breaking through that chrysalis and you are becoming the butterfly. So it's like a brand new whole world. Now you have wings. You don't crawl on the ground anymore. You fly. You have to understand, you are going to have to learn things, how to do things new and differently. Your diet, I don't know exactly what a caterpillar eats. I'm pretty sure it's leaves. But then you go to a butterfly, and the butterfly needs the nectar. It can't take the leaves anymore. It has to have the nectar. So it's just amazing. If you really stop and think about it and understand what the awakening process is, it's trippy as hell, but it is amazing, and it really, literally is so worth it. And yeah, just mind blown. Yeah, I'm trying to like bring myself down a little bit, because I'm like way up here, woo woo woo. Come back down to finish the video here. Deep breathing is an excellent thing to do. Yeah, but death of the ego. So you're learning anew, and it's good. When you don't understand something, ask questions. When you don't find the answers to your questions, try to Google it. When Google doesn't know, YouTube. Because YouTube influencers have helped me so much to make me understand that, 1, I'm not losing it, 2, I'm not going crazy, and 3, you are not alone. Because when you're going through this whole destruction of the ego and everything, you literally feel like you're alone. You're like, oh my God, like, I don't understand. Like, all my friends, they're all doing this, and I'm over here doing that, and I don't understand what's going on. You're not alone, okay? Those friends that you've had in the past, they helped you get up to this point that you needed to be. But now it's time to let them go. And it is okay. They're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I promise you. Like, I promise you. It will be okay. And you will gain more friends. Not necessarily greater friends. Just more friends to help you along the way of your awakening journey, who are going through the same thing that you are. The transitional period of awareness, conscious awareness, understanding our reality, because we are living in a matrix. This is not legitimate. Like, the movie Avatar is amazing. The movie The Matrix is amazing. Like, I have not seen all of the trilogy, but guess what? They're coming out with a 4th one. I heard it this morning randomly on the radio, which I never listened to, but I thought it was funny as crap that that's what they were saying, and that's what I was aware to. So I definitely need to catch up and finish the entire trilogy of The Matrix. So I know I saw the first one. Freaking amazing. Keanu Reeves is like, he knows. He knows. He's been known. That's why he does what he does, to help wake others up. And I'm super excited and pumped for this 4th one, because all the things that have been happening and going on, the movies that are coming out, the Joker, Get Out, even though I didn't fully see it, previews that I saw, This Is Us is a TV show, but The Us, I believe that's what it's called. It's like from the creators of Get Out. Like, all of these things are all synchronicities of each other. Like, the latest one that I saw was the Joker, and so everybody knows I'm gonna briefly talk about it. I don't think I'm gonna ruin the movie because there's so many points of views of this movie, so many things you can get out of it. It's insane, like literally insane. I'm going to school for psychology, okay? So from like an aspect of that, and then I'm also, like I said, an empath, a clairsentient, everything, all these things. So I definitely understand a greater perspective than your average like Joe or Jane who is watching this film. And to see all these things, it's just mind-blowing, and how it's literally trying to explain how society is, what happens. Like, it's basically the backstory of the Joker. And then you hear what the director says about it on a snippet clip I saw somewhere, I think on Snapchat. That was not even anything near to what I got out of that movie. I was just like, what? So I'm definitely going to go and see it again. And I'm really hyped about the Harley Quinn movie that's coming out. Prey of the Bird or something along those lines. But that's coming out soon, I guess in 2020. And I'm so hyped for that because I love Harley Quinn. I'm definitely going to start putting up some makeup. I don't know if I'm going to call them tutorials, but like maybe they'll be like makeup mini vlogs or whatever. I don't know. I haven't fully decided. I don't really want to get into amassing of the makeup tutorials, so I will probably keep them as a vlog or like just face of the day or some kind of whatever, but that should be fun. Especially with Halloween, because I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. Oh, you can't tell. But yeah, so few things. How has your awakening process gone or been going? What in this video is so resonating with you the most out of all the things I've gone over? What's hitting you the most? How have you helped yourself? Like, what has helped you in accomplishing your growth in your awareness thus far? Because it's for me, it's a daily thing. Like, it's like every day, okay, I think I've mastered this, and yet no, let's chuck like chuck some more crap at her and see if she can handle it. And it's not necessarily crap. I say that very lightly because like everything has purpose, everything has meaning. I love failures because then it shows me the stepping stones I need to get to where I'll be able to succeed. So failures, love them. Success, love it, but not as much as the failures, because then I'm not always learning. And then if I happen to succeed, I may have missed something. So if I try again, I might fail, but then it gets shown to me. So love the good, bad, happy, sad, ugly, beautiful, everything. And yeah, leave comments below. Like if you would like, share if you feel like this can help someone, resonating with someone you know. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. We're almost at a half an hour, and I wanted this to be like 5 to 10 minutes, but it's cool, it's flowing, it's channeling. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this gorgeous, refreshing, rainy day, and I will chat with y'all later. Much love and peace and light and guidance your way. Remember, what you're vibrationally matching will link up with you. If you do not resonate on a vibrational frequency with it, it will not resonate with you. You are not alone. You are greatly loved. You are a piece of the puzzle to our collective, and we need you. So do not be afraid to be who you are. Do not be afraid of fighting for how you feel, how you believe, but don't be forceful. If people aren't ready to hear it, they're not ready to hear it. But you can be like the little boy lost in a trail or something. You leave the breadcrumbs, and then we follow. Don't be afraid to leave breadcrumbs. All right. I will check y'all next time. Bye.